In case you missed it, the evidence files in King Von's murder case have now been released, resulting in the man that took out King Von even having his own section in the file of his words to Von.
No, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f him and shit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
But also featured in the evidence files was that same man, Lul Tim, revealing what King Von's last words were. But it also shared some holes in the entire murder case. Even King Von's cousin Belu said something was strange about the night that it happened on.
His security guard let him walk. You get paid he get paid to protect. How the f you let him walk over? In fact, you ain't supposed to let him fight. He ain't supposed to be touching nobody. Security guard, if anything, you make sure Quando them leave. Whoever else they was with, you make sure they leave. How you let him walk over somebody that's the reason y'all here, the reason everybody in this parking lot here, because this man right here making the money and y'all his entourage. But that security guard, it's unfishy with him. That's why he deleted his Instagram. I definitely feel like it's foul play. I don't know where it's coming from, but I definitely feel like it's some weird shit going on.
This is in reaction to the body cam footage being released where everyone is seen panicking, screaming, and wondering what's happening as Von's bodyguards are just sitting there not guarding him.
Yo, you sit over here. You sit over here, brother. Yo, you better watch out. Hey, brother. This is my brother, bro. Okay? Hey, come on, chill. Come with me, okay? Okay. You, get out the car. Out the car. Okay?
Calm down, he's
Get out the car. I gotta go to the hospital, my leg. Yeah, we gonna get you to the hospital.
This would end up going viral online, resulting in a thread of evidence coming out which reads, "There's a lot of holes in the passing of King Von. If you truly investigate it, you'll notice it. If anything, he would be the one to fake his own death for all the murder cases he was about to face. As after King Von died, he was tied into the lead role of FBG Duck's death by paying O-Block members $100,000 in diamond O-Block chains for completion of the hit, including several other Chicago murders as mentioned in the Trap Lord Ross King Von documentary. But this is when close members of OTF tweeted, Von made it through his 2 surgeries, woke up screaming for his firearm, then went into shock, then passed away. He only had 1 more surgery to go.
And Von made it through 2 surgeries. He had 3 surgeries ago, he made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the 2nd surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said where his gun at, and he died because he went into shock. So he was making 2 surgeries. How hours later, Kayla know, talking about some, he fought the nurse. She the one told me that. His mama didn't even know that. How you knowing what's going on inside the hospital that quick?
Because she was there at the hospital.
This is also linked to the new King Von murder case files that were just released, which states that Von was still alive after being hit by the firearm. He was even alive at the hospital, but with this information just coming out now, many wonder how Boosie knew that he never even had a firearm 2 years ago during this interview, where Von woke up startled looking for a firearm that was never there.
I mean, like you said, the King Von situation, like there was absolutely no reason for Von to be rolling around with that dude. Like, there was no, especially since he had security, like, you know, someone should have jumped in. It should never even,
King Von
I almost feel like, but I almost feel like if all you have real security,
all of them is supposed blast. I feel like they would have been more ready in Chicago.
Sad, man, sad. I mean, the whole King Von thing is really kind of hanging
me up,
over everyone right now.
That me up, bro. Because I like King Von.
This makes the story extremely confusing, but investigating it further, you start to notice the holes in the story and you actually understand the truth. As on November 5th, 2020, King Von and his crew prepared to head to a club in Atlanta for his album's release party. The night was supposed to be a massive celebration of the life and success of King Von. No one knew, though, it would be so short-lived. Von had many enemies. Growing up in a dangerous place like O-Block, he knew the risks of being caught lacking in public. So when rolling out to the club, Von hired 20 security guards to watch him, as well as 15 to 20 O-Block members, all spread out across 8 vehicles that all went to the party. Even King Von's own manager, 100K Track, spoke on the extreme measures Von took regarding security.
I travel with one security that moves with Von, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Von traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Von more than any security would. We're like, I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on entourage.
But what many don't know is something happened in the middle of the night. King Von started acting extremely strange, while everyone else was having a great time. With everyone celebrating the success of Von's album, he would quickly go off into a side room of the club, going on his cell phone, where it's rumored that he was starting to get text messages from an NBA YoungBoy affiliate named Quando Rondo. At around 2:30 a.m., Von and his entourage began exiting the club. Everyone had a plan of just going to the Airbnb in the hotel for the night, but King Von had other plans, and he didn't let anyone know about it.
Everybody's mind leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb, because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours, wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete Von decision.
With the entire crew heading to the Airbnb, King Von told his driver to go to another club known as the Monaco Lounge. This would be the first decision of many that led to the end of King Von.
So everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb, and Von literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car, like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, we here by ourselves, like, where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that venue.
For some reason, the people in King Von's truck only let the rest of the team know that the plans changed once Von arrived at the new club. When the rest of the team found out, that's when they made the U-turns in their cars and began driving to the new club immediately. Once Von's manager got to Monaco, he knew something was off about Von. He was acting very quiet, sitting in the corner of his Escalade with his hood up, just sitting on his phone. As Von's crew were ready to go into the new club for 30 minutes, but Von didn't leave his seat.
For some reason, Von wasn't himself. This man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life. For some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30-35 minutes.
This is when Von's manager, 100K Track, would hop in to check on him. Von then finally agreed to go into the lounge. But due to Monaco's club rules, Von's crew had to leave their firearms in their cars. So at first, they would send the security in to check around the club, making sure everything was safe.
I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Von. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Von, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. We're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Von's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no.
But the real danger was outside in the parking lot. This is due to rapper Quando Rondo sitting in his car with a couple of his own gang members trying to get a little bit of sleep. However, one of Von's security guards were in charge of checking the parking lot, to which he found Quando Rondo sleeping in his car. He would then walk over to King Von and tell him, did you know Quando is here?
Now, right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys, he came to the car and said, hey, so-and-so's here. And Von just jumped up like, oh, come on, let's go.
King Von reacted instantly, jumping out of the truck, looking to confront Quando Rondo, where they were clearly texting each other back and forth. Von's team tried to get him to chill out and not start a scene, but that didn't stop him. King Von went around to the front of the white vehicle. He immediately began swinging against Quando.
He jumped out the car. By the time Von jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
Only a couple of seconds into the brawl, Quando's best friend Lul Tim came around the back side of the white car with his firearm and would use it towards King Von, hitting him multiple times across his body, trying to save his own best friend, Quando. King Von's manager was then also hit once in the leg. Some of Von's members were still strapped. They would instantly retaliate on Lul Tim, making him fall to the ground only a few feet away. But this is where it got crazy. As the noise eclipse going off in the area, there was was 2 off-duty officers working security just down the street. There was one on-duty officer that came from the other way, where they would all pull up onto the scene. On a 3-2-1 count, they would unleash multiple rounds into the area where it was going down, sadly hitting and ending one of King Von's gang members, as during this, Von lied right in the middle of the street, holding on to Quando as a shield, but some believe that Quando was actually holding Von down, trying to snatch his chain.
And was he trying to take Von's chain, or?
Honest truth, I don't think V-Roy had no jewelry on, and from the people that was a little bit closer, Von was actually holding onto him like, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, you here, like, even through getting, he's that strong. Like, he was literally holding him.
However, once the scene relaxed and people stopped using their firearms, this began the race to save King Von's life. His closest and best friend Muwop would run right into the middle of the street, hitting Quando right out of the way, picking up King Von and trying to get him into the getaway car. Quando would then leave with his team in the white vehicle, picking up Lul Tim and carrying him into the back seat, where Von's team would then do the exact same thing, helping out Muwop get King Von into the getaway car. Despite being hit 4 times, Von was conscious the entire drive, as the members that were with King Von in the car spoke out, sharing Von's last words, where Von tried to keep everyone in good spirits, assuring them he would be okay.
When he was in the car, I myself wasn't there. The gentleman that was in the car with him was panicking, and Von was the one that was like, hey, calm down, slow down, chill, I'm gonna be good, just get me to the hospital. And honest truth, we all thought that the way he was carrying himself from that incident, from what I was told from the people in the car, that he would have been fine.
After arriving at the hospital, Von was then rushed into the operating room. He unfortunately passed away during surgery, as the news of King Von's passing shook the entire rap industry. Who was once Chicago's most fearless and dangerous gang member, he sadly passed away.
This made national headlines as officials confirmed one of the 3 people was rapper King Von from Chicago, who was here last night with friends.
2 groups of individuals got into a physical altercation. That physical altercation escalated into an exchange of guns.
Check it out, I want to walk over here and see this Von picture. I know it's a lot of ops on this. I'm letting y'all see where I'm at. Why is this black truck still right here? Man, watch that truck. Watch that truck right there.